Welcome, welcome one and all to another very special episode of Concentrated Chaos with your host. Hey, that's me. It's Rusty. And if you know me, well, I'm Rusty. And if you don't know me, I'm Rusty. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today's a very special episode. I know I say that every time, but today I want to share with you some vision. And what do you mean vision? Well, I want to share a little bit more about what I think is going to become of this real estate business for me. I hope that it resonates with someone out there. But I feel like at this point, there's a lot of things moving right now. And what do I mean by moving? You know, whether you're spiritual or have a relationship with Jesus or religious or however you want to say it, doesn't matter. You can feel right now things are different than they've been in a long time. More different than I can say that they've ever been in my adult life. And in my specific situation with my business and my family and church and things like that, I feel the Holy Spirit moving here more than I've ever felt it. And I think it's important that people know where I'm coming from, not just the story. I told you the story about, getting bad agents and, getting told that I shouldn't be homeowners because we couldn't afford a little bit more of a payment and all that. I've mentioned that in great detail in another episode. But I want to give you the vision that I see. I don't think this is a vision from me. I think this is a vision that I've been blessed to have from God. Now, that probably sounds weird to some of you. Doesn't matter. It's not your vision. It's mine. I just feel compelled. I've been kicking this around for a couple weeks now in my head, trying to figure out how to do this, and I still don't. This is like the third take of trying to get this started. But at this point, I'm just going to trust that the words that come out of my mouth are God-led, and that what's in my heart comes out and hopefully resonates. Even if it doesn't, that's okay. Because this vision, like I said, it's not mine. It's what I feel like has been impressed upon me. And it's my job, with the skills and abilities that I've been blessed with by the same God who gave me this vision. It's my job to execute. So as a part of that, I've been feeling for a couple weeks that I need to share this vision with all of you, and so that you know where I'm at and you know where I'm going. And if it resonates, great. If it doesn't, that's also great. Whether it resonates or not is not a reason for me to share or not. Okay. So you may be asking yourself, Rusty, what is this vision that you're rambling on about? Well, I'm going to give you kind of the idea, the verse that I'm kind of taking this from. This vision is, the reason that I feel like I need to share it is, it's coming from a Bible verse. Habakkuk 2 and 3. So I'm going to read from the English Standard Version because I like that one. It says, "And the Lord answered me, write the vision, make it plain, so that he may run who reads it. For the vision still awaits at its appointed time, and it hastens to the end. It will not lie. If it seems slow, wait for it. It will surely come. It will not delay." I believe that the Bible is breathed into man by a perfect God and is his perfect representation of his word to us. It's a love letter. It's an instruction manual for us. The cool thing about that is I think there's pieces of that where it's written in such a way that it can be abused. I will say that. But I think that it's written in such a way for it to apply to everyone in a multitude of situations. I feel led that this is having me to describe to you the vision for the business, because if we look at the end of that little passage, it says, for For still the vision awaits at its appointed time. If it seems slow, wait for it. It will surely come. It will not delay. Now that, to me, resonates a lot right now. Because if we're being completely open, which I told you guys that I was going to be completely open about my life and stuff, this real estate business has not gone the way that I wanted it to go. In so much as saying financially, I'm very thankful for absolutely every single person that has picked me and chose me to help them in this. I don't take any of those choices lightly, because I know there's some people that even knew other real estate agents that picked me over those people that they knew. And the amount of gratitude I have for that is unnameable. There's no words for that. So two things can be true at the same time. I'm very thankful for that. And there's been a lot of frustration with how things outside of that went. Now, the beautiful thing is my family has never starved. We've never had our lights or our heat turned off. We've always had a roof over our heads. We have been provided for, and people have helped us, and we have done so many things, or we've been helped with so many things, that we've never needed anything that were essentials. Now, there was a time where we behind a lot of stuff, sure. There was a time where we didn't have internet at the house for 6 months. Just couldn't swing it. Wasn't in the budget. And I tell you all that not to make it seem like, we've been secretly struggling with all this stuff. I mean, people that are in our friend group know this has been a very hard business for us. And I don't exaggerate when I say this is the hardest thing I've ever had to do, because it is. I mean, it truly is. I say all that to give you a background of what I mean when I say this business hasn't gone the way that I thought it would. Because I have, right, wrong, or indifferent, I've seen other people who do this business without the heart that I have for people, who are in this business just to make their money and don't care about who they step over or what rules they bend or break. I've seen those people start this business at the same time or later than me and have gotten more financial success and have made more money at this, and their families are more provided for than I've been able to do for my family. Because like I said, not complaining, we've had all of our essentials the entire time that we've been in this business. I'm eternally grateful for that. That's a lot of times that has been 1,000% direct blessings from God with no other explanation other than that. So I say that this business hasn't gone the way that I'd wanted it to, because I have a bigger vision for it than what has come to pass. So when we look at that passage in Habakkuk, it said, if it seems slow, wait for it. It will surely come. We've done a lot of that. We've done a lot of waiting because it seems slow. I truly believe that I was put on this earth and blessed with the skills and abilities that I have in order to make impacts in people's lives that other people are not able to do. Why else would a 14-year-old teenager think, I should go into real estate. I should be a real estate agent. That's not a normal thing for a young teenager to think. What are you doing when you're 14? I want a girlfriend, or I can't wait till I get a car, or, I was a football player, so, hopefully I can go to college and play football. Side note, I could have done that. I had a couple of colleges who were recruiting me and called my house and wanted to come and meet my parents and have us come to campus and visit. And I told them no. I said, I don't want to do that because I'm going to, now this is me being, 18 and dumb and not knowing what the real situation was. I said, I am going to go to college and get my degree in real estate business because I want to be a real estate agent. And I don't have time to play football. It's not what's for me. That's not the vision. Even at 18, even though I was young and dumb, That's not the vision that I had. I see this real estate business not just as a way for me to be able to make money for my family. Now, obviously, there's an element of that, or else I wouldn't be doing it, because it's my job as the husband and the head of the household to provide for my family. Okay, we'll leave that on the table there. What I could do in this business for my community, for my church, for my friends, for my family. I have such a big vision for that I need to be funded. I can't do the things that I want to do to help the people that I feel called to help unless this business takes off. And so, if it seems slow, wait for it. We've been waiting. We've been waiting a lot. Now, I've kind of talked around it. And if you're still here, God bless you. It's probably, like I said, it's probably my mom and some weird guy in India, which, side note, I have ADHD, I'm pretty sure. I don't think that it's ever diagnosed, but I think I have it. I have listeners in India and the UK on a brand new podcast about some random fat guy in Aurora, Colorado, talking about real estate and how he likes pro wrestling. I mean, it's wild. It blows my mind. So anyways, focus, Rusty, focus. The vision that I have is tied up in a couple of different things. One, I see my business, the Stevenson Group, okay? That's like my business entity. I see that being a place where people who want to come in and learn how to do anything in real estate, whether it's to become a real estate agent and do it the right way, and do it the right way and make money at it too. Whether that's learning how to invest in real estate, whether that's learning how to do fix and flips, or if you want to do wholesaling, or if you want to do rentals, if you want to buy apartment buildings, if you want to do commercial real estate investing and leasing, or conversion of commercial spaces into, residential, which that's probably going to be another episode. Again, ADHD is hardcore today. I'm so sorry. It's just going to be that way, but we'll probably do another episode at some point on the impending commercial real estate collapse and some potential solutions that I see for fixing that. But anyways, I want the Stevenson Group to be a place where all of the things that I've learned being in this business, people can come in and they can get involved. And there's no barrier to entry. Obviously, if you want to be a real estate agent, you have to get past the test and get licensed and all that. But we can help with that too. I want it to be, I want to put a property management company together under the Stevenson Group where we can go in and we can help people who are, potentially, I think that's coming as well, a lot of foreclosures, a lot of foreclosed houses, where I have the resources where I can go in and we can get to these people who are just on hard times. Maybe they lost their job, or a spouse passed away, or, who knows, a tree fell through their roof and their homeowner's insurance canceled, and they haven't been able to make any payments because they've been living in hotels for the last 6 months. I don't know, whatever the situation is. I want to have a property management company that can go in and has the funding and the resources to go into these places where people are in foreclosure, or they're getting ready to lose their house. We can step in and help them stop that process. Whatever that looks like, whether that's, helping them to get caught up on a short-term loan with zero interest, or we help them, this property management company I want to start, this isn't a thing that is going to be a very profitable business for me. I want to be able to go in and buy entire apartment buildings that are old and need work and we have, 200 units that all need remodeled and we can bring crews in, maybe guys that aren't working enough because the economy's down. And we can put people to work for 6 to 8 months rehabbing a 200 unit apartment complex. And then at the very end, be able to rent those out below the market rates. There's so many people in this industry with a lot of money that are so predatory and they want to keep raising rates and raising rates and raising rates. People can't afford to live right now. There's a lot of people that can't afford to live right now. And I want to be able to go out there and do that and put people to work for almost a year, whatever it takes to get these units going and then be able to rent them out for affordable rates so that families don't have to, overpay these multinational billion-dollar despicable corporations that are buying up all these houses in order to raise the rental market. I want to be that guy. That's the property management angle. Okay, that's going to be a phenomenal thing. We could help so many people through that property management company. That's kind of the main one that I want to get into after getting through with. I don't want to do transactional real estate for forever. That's, I can make good money at that and I can build a good business, but transactional real estate, while I'm thankful to be able to help people, it's on the scale of the burden that I have to help people. It's on the smaller side. We'll say that. Okay, so we have the property management side. Then we have, let's go with the Stevens Group real estate team. Okay, that I want to build a real estate team. Now, I don't care if we're the number one at our brokerage or the number one in our city or state or whatever. I don't give a shit about accolades for us because it's not about us. I want the Stevenson Group real estate team to be the single most highly skilled group of real estate agents anywhere in this country. I want us to go out and I want us to know every in and out of every deal that we do. I want us to be able to walk in to any client's house and be able to sit down and explain this burden that I've been given to do this business the right way. Whether that's me and one other motherfucker, we're going in there and we're knocking it out. It's just the two of us. Or if it's a team of whoever. If I want a real estate team full of people who get the vision and are committed to the vision. Because if we have that, that is going to allow all of us to help more people not get treated like they're another number. And when we've talked about this, with expired listings and crappy agents and that kind of stuff, that is, I want to help people to never have that experience again. I want people to go, man, you want a bunch of quality individuals to help you? These guys are the best. And it's not even close. Like, there's nobody even in our league. There's no competition because we're not playing the same game even as everyone else. That's my vision for the real estate team of the Stevenson Group. Okay, so we have the property management side, we have the real estate team side, and the side that I cannot get out of my mind that I know it's going to be the best thing possible. I cannot stop thinking about it. Is going to be Stevenson HQ. Okay, Stevenson HQ is going to be a building. And I don't know if it's built yet or not, but I know what it looks like in my mind. And Stevenson HQ is going to be one of the single most impactful things to ever come into this city, into Aurora. Stevenson HQ is going to be where we can have, let's start small and go big. Stevenson HQ was going to be where myself, Amy, my wife, and my 2 kids where we can all have a space in there that's our space where we can get work done, where we can have, an office to meet people, small scale. We're all going to have, all 4 of us in the family, we're all going to have an office in Stevenson HQ. Right now we have a homeschool room, which is a living room at our house. That's what we do. We could have an entire classroom in Stevenson HQ where we can come and do our homeschool because we homeschool our kids. I don't know if I've said that on here or not. I don't remember. Anyways, I want to have a homeschool room at Stevenson HQ. Okay? And then I want spaces for, my family to be able to go and work. Because honestly, how cool would it be to be, 14 years old? Go, hey, you want to come over and do some homework in my office? Wait, your dad's office? No, my office. Yeah, see, it says my name on the door. Rusty J. Stevenson. That's me. My dad is Rusty D. Stevenson, right? That's his office down there on the hall. No, this is mine. This is my space. Can you imagine the kind of ownership that my kids could have of their lives if they had something like that young? Imagine how that could set them up for the future. No, I can't. Look at what my family has built. And I get to have my own office. I get to have my own space where I can be productive or I can whatever. Sit and hang out. It's my office. I got a couch that I can lay down on and play Switch. I'm thinking from my son's perspective because he is me in name and in personality. Anyways, small scale. Places for us to work. Homeschool room. We could work. We could do school. Have everything set up there. We could have it set up to where it's not just for my 2 kids. We could set it up to where you could rent it out. We could bring in and do homeschool groups in. We could bring other classes or other seminars and have a classroom space that is high tech and bright and inviting and a safe place for people to come to teach and learn. Okay, we're also going to have in there, we're going to have content creation studios. I'm talking podcast studio, video studio, maybe even, I don't know, radio. Nah, probably not. I don't know. I don't know enough about radio, but we'll have a video creation studio and a podcast studio. Those 2 are going to have absolute top of the line equipment. You'll be able to make a podcast that looks just like frickin' Joe Rogan Experience or any of those big, gigantic podcasts that have all the money that you can have. I want to be able to have that. And then the community will be able to come in and utilize that, rent it out for free. We'll have producers on staff that can be there and help people run the equipment and give them ideas on how to increase their engagement. Or we'll have content staff that can help run those and help small businesses and regular people come in and help them grow their business through high quality, high production value content creation. Okay, and then you'll see, obviously, this podcast will be in there as well, and we can just continue to grow that. So we've got content creation. We've got meeting spaces that anyone could come in and rent out. These are all not profit centers for us, by the way. None of these things are, again, here to make me money. Honestly, the idea is the revenue for the property management company is going to keep the property management company afloat. That is just going to be kind of a self-perpetuating thing. And then I fully expect Stevenson HQ to be a loss. I really do. But then we have the Stevenson Group real estate team that then covers all that. Anyways, I digress. So we've got office spaces. And I want this building to be big enough where, I got a buddy, Jono. Jono's in real estate. So my buddy Jono was like, hey man, I need an office. Cool, man. It's all yours. Come in. There's your office. Here's key. 24-hour access. Beer's in the fridge. Oh, by the way, we have a full gym downstairs. Oh yeah, the gym. Yeah, what about the gym? Yeah, we're going to have an entire MMA gym in the basement of this. cage, mats, weights, and then we're going to have a MMA school down there. We're going to be able to bring in people off, kids that are off the streets that need somewhere to go, that have some anger issues, maybe because for whatever the reason is. I want to have an MMA program in our gym and a fight team. Build a fight team out of this, okay? And anyone can come in and, anyone in the building, you come in and use this. We'll have a school and the whole night. So we've got spaces for meeting, we've got spaces for learning, we've got spaces for content creation, we've got spaces to grow in your physical fitness. I also want job placement, job creation center in there. So you can come in, man, I don't have a resume, I don't know where to go, I don't know what to apply for. Fantastic. Okay, I've got job counselors who are in there and they can go, cool, here's our contact, get you hooked up with a whole new wardrobe. Okay, here's your resume. Here's a login for our proprietary system. So when you go to apply for a job, you upload the company name and the description, and we're going to have your base resume, and it's going to tailor your base resume and write you a cover letter that we've proven to help get you more interviews. We're going to help you do that. And then we'll also have follow-up services to support you as you go forward and you're getting kicked in. If you are in training and you're not getting paid the full amount, great. Well, we've got resources for meals. We've got resources for childcare. We've got resources for all that. That's all provided as a free service to the community. Okay, I want this building. I want Stevenson HQ, and the only reason I call it Stevenson HQ is I don't know what else to call it. But I want this place to be where if anyone in the community goes, I need blank. Well, I need blank. You could fill in, let's go to Stevenson HQ. I want this thing that I'm doing now, talking to you, doing real estate. I want this to change the way that life is lived here in this town. So many people don't even know where to turn. They don't even know what help is available and how to get started. Sometimes that person is me. If we're being perfectly open and honest, I have a burden for all of those things that I just told you. I think about them non-stop. All day, every day. It keeps me up at night. I think about what else we can put into Stevenson HQ and the things that we could do with it and how many people we could help. And I think about their faces. I think about people's faces when they walk in and they don't know what they're getting into. And I think about how they must feel because they don't want to come ask for help. Because maybe they messed up. Maybe they've been to jail. Maybe they're on drugs. Maybe they cheated on their wife. But they want to get better. They want to make a change. And they need a break. They just need that one break that gets them the momentum to start moving in the right direction. And I believe in my heart of hearts that this burden that I have inside of me is going to be that for so many people. And to share that with you guys is really scary. I don't even know that I've bits and pieced that to my wife, to friends and family. I don't think I've ever laid it out in that detail, consecutively. That burden, that scares me. That's really scary because right now, I'm not the person that I would need to be in order to achieve that. I'm not even the person that I need to be to achieve 10% of that right now. And there's a lot that I have to do personally to be able to be that person who can do that for other people. And I don't know what the road is. I don't know how to get there. But what I do know is that I'm going to get there. And the reason that I know that is because I don't believe that this burning desire to do these things is happenstance. And I believe in an all-powerful, almighty, all-loving God. And I do not think, it doesn't strike me as his nature, to put these things on my heart in the intensity that they've been placed without a plan for me to get there. What is it, Jeremiah 29? I think it's Jeremiah 29:17. I don't know my Bible well enough to quote that verse and that chapter verse off the top of my head, but the verse is, for I have plans for you to prosper, not to harm you. But I don't think God would have created these desires, this vision, and I can see it. I can close my eyes and I can see the front of the building. I see where it says Stevenson HQ. And I see the parking lot, and I see the landscaping, and I see the facade. I see when you walk into the front doors, you open the double doors with the breezeway, and then you open the double doors again, and it opens up into the atrium. This building is 2 or 3 stories. And you have bright and inviting space. And I see the desk where, the experience, whatever we're going to call her, the experience coordinator. I can see her sitting there. And I see her with her big smile saying, "Welcome to Stevenson HQ. How can we help you today?" I see it. I don't think that's not something I made in my mind. It's so vivid. I can taste it. I can hear my sneakers squeaking on the floor as I walk across the lobby to the elevator to go up to my office. I see down the hall where we have our job placement center. I see the people sitting there outside the door, not sure of why they're there or how it's going to go, and you can see the nervousness on their face. And then you see them come out 2 hours later with a big stack of papers in their hand with leads and applications and resumes and places to go to get clothes and food. You can see them, they're lighter as they're walking out. I can see the apartment buildings. I can see all this because I believe that this vision is not for me. So that's the vision. That is quite the look into my mind. I had an idea of how I was going to share that. And then I don't know if you can tell, I try and cut out my ums and uhs. And usually when I don't know what I'm going to say, the ums and uhs come out a lot more. I'll have to go back. I don't know that there was any ums and uhs when I was sharing the vision. I don't think there was. Maybe 1 or 2. But that's just further confirmation for me that it's not for me. Because I didn't know how I was going to share that. It just came out. And I wanted to share that because there's other people out there who I'm going to need for this vision. I can't do this by myself. That is way too much to do on my own. And so, since I believe that this is the vision that has been given to me from God, I'm going to start running in that direction. I've been running in that direction, but I'm going to continue. And anybody that wants to come running alongside, you're welcome. It is what it is. That's the vision. When you see me on the street or on stage just driving and I look like I'm looking off into nowhere and there's nothing happening up here, I'm in another dimension. I'm living that vision in that moment. It's going to happen. And I'm going to become the person that I need to be in order to facilitate that vision. Because I believe that that's what God wants me to do. Well, there's that. Not your typical comedy-filled episode. Yeah, that one was kind of deep. But that's what this podcast is, man. It's not always chuckles time, and it's not always, talking about real estate stuff. We're going to talk about serious stuff. And I don't know how much more serious you can get than the vision. So that's it. Thank you very much for sticking with me through that. And yeah, that's wild. I'm like tired after sharing that. Like there was a lot of energy and emotion behind that. Whew. All right. Well, thank you everyone so much for listening, for watching, for subscribing, for sharing. The phone number is 303-335-9705, and that is a direct line right to my face. You can call me, text me, whatever. I'd love to hear from you. The email is rusty@rustystevenson.com. You can find me on all social medias at The Realtor Rusty. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, LinkedIn. What else? Snapchat. I don't do Snapchat. I don't get it. I'm too much of a millennial. I feel like a borderline boomer sometimes because I don't understand Snapchat at all. People send me snaps and I just go, okay, that's nice. Anyways. All right. Thank you guys. Really, really appreciate you in this episode. And I'm gonna go take a nap because that was a lot. So thank you. And Mr. Andy Barkowski brings us in every week, every episode, I should say. And he's gonna take us out. So thank you. Have a wonderful rest of your day or evening or whatever. And we will catch you next time on Concentrated Chaos with me, Rusty. All right. Love you guys. See you later.